And then I'm going to start cutting. I'm just going to run a tape line down this line that I've already marked. That way, because I've marked the carbon strips in the middle, it's very difficult to see the line. So this way, I'll just follow that tape line. There we go. Alright, you know. Well, oh, that's strange. I guess that black tape isn't the same on the top and bottom. Oh, the preview of my new stick. So it's only 1 2/8, 1 a couple of eighths wide. It's the foam core from the inside. It looks a little bit funky, but I think it's a weapon. Yeah, it's gonna be so much better. Everything. It just feels much better. Alright, I guess the next part is to make it match up pretty nice in the center of the two halves. It almost looks like I've increased the concave unit somehow. Okay, so I moved inside now because I've come to terms with winter is still outside and I'm not going to get the temperature I need to get this started. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to be for really small surf, so I can get a lot of speed out of it, and it should work now. So this is the first time I've ever used peel ply, and I'll just peel it a little bit back, and it's quite amazing how good it is. Like, yeah, just to cut up some carbon strips to go on the inside. I've just got some scrap carbon, so I might as well, considering you're not ever going to see it, I'll use up the scrap on the inside of the board. But first of all, I'm going to mix up some epoxy, and I'm just going to coat the surface really lightly with epoxy on both sides with a light layer, and let that start going off until it's a little bit sticky, so that when I start the layup of the laminate of all the carbon, the EPS foam is not going to soak up so much of the resin out of the carbon, so it'll be stronger. Yeah, so I'm going to start with that. We've got some do all the boring as I've been laminating the other side and then all the sanding and the filler coat. I've used the white pigment in the filler coat just so I knew how far I could sand the carbon. So on the bottom I've just sanded it just enough so that you can see the carbon coming through on either edge. There's a little bit of a bump there on either side of the carbon strip, so it's like kind of forms like a little channel. And inside the carbon strip there's a concave as well, following the contour of the concave. So it's sort of like a little double channel that runs down the whole board. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. Just leave it as quad, so don't have the drag of the extra fin box in the back there. The deck, I had a couple of little air bubbles in the layup on the deck. But it was the first time I'd used peel ply before, and the peel ply was amazing. It left the carbon strip like super smooth, except for the little air bubbles that I got in it, because I think the core has some voids or little holes in it, so the bubbles were coming up out of and they made the carbon just bubble a little bit. But it's fine. I've just put a little bit of extra carbon on top of it and finished it. On the deck, it's kind of smooth, but it's the same as like a little bit of a lump on the top of the deck. But I don't mind; it doesn't really matter. The weight of it's still super light. It's it's still really light. It went together really well. I don't think I could do a much better job. It's much stiffer than it was before. Before I checked the flex, and it was really flexy in the saddle when I did that. But now it's pretty stiff. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think 20 was a lot too wide for me, and it looks really nice. It looks like a really nice board. I can cut this one in half to try to make it work the way I expected it to work in the beginning. And I'm really happy with it. I think it's gonna go really good. I'm gonna put a spray job on the deck now before I put a pad on, just to cover up these little defects. And yeah, I call it the Gamma Minus because they have a model now that looks like this one. It's called the FIK Plus. So this is the Gamma Minus. This is minus the middle, and it's a full custom for me. I don't think there's no Gamma work. There's no Slater designs like this. I don't think anyone has come up with the craziest idea to cut the board in half like this. Fiber board to compete on as well. That's the next project I'm going to do. All right. If you made it this far, thanks very much for watching, and have a nice day.